Hi, Mike. We finally have your MindaClient database built for protectors of the endangered. I'm going to give it a run through the database, go through the clients, the activities, the way you use it on a day-to-day basis. I've added in some sample information, a few sample schools, some zoos, different conservation organizations, things like that into it. Once you've played around with it and you're ready to go, I'd clear out the data and you can start using it properly. I see some of the associations you'll be dealing with have 60,000, 90,000 members. This is the standard MindaClient database. It I think goes up to a couple of thousand clients for you there. So I'm going to go through the database. I'm going to look through the clients, your activities, your projects, and show how you could use MindaClient and hopefully build it up there, which will be a valuable resource for your organization and potentially for investors you might be talking to. So I'm going to share the screen and log into the system there now. We're now at the login details, login screen here. So you click login, your email address, I'll send you on your password, click login. This is your dashboard customized for your usage. Here we've got your projects you're working on, partnership, new concert, etc. I'll go through the projects later. You have the recent and most frequent clients you access. You have a number of saved reports. I want to look at my pipeline for 2021. Quick glance of the pipeline. Your follow-up, your to-do list, breakdown of the different sectors you're dealing with in your database. You can chart the information that you have in there relating to any of your different client bases. You've got a number of quick keys here for actions you'll be performing in MindaClient. For example, you want to look at your diary. Here are the details. As well as having its own diary, it also integrates with Outlook and your Gmail diary as well, your Google Calendar, etc. At the bottom then, you've got your outstanding activities and your follow-up calls, etc. To add a new client into the database, you click on Add Client, fill in the details, and click Add Client here. Customize it a little for you. It defaults the American code for number. You've got your postcode. We put in the type of school, US grade school. For example, if you wanted to target a particular grade in a particular type of school, you can do that in the reporting section. Pick out who your donors, who your ambassadors, the different sectors you're dealing with, philanthropic, education, conservation, etc. All of these profile fields will let you target individual organizations and groups within the reporting and marketing section. Over here, you've got the data protection areas. They're given permission to receive texts, emails, letters or labels, etc. I'm going to search for an existing client. I added in one elementary school fully to give you an example of how it would work. So I'm searching for a school here, Bradford Prep School. I click into the school details. Here I've got the profile. I can send them an SMS text that will come from the system. I can send them an email directly. I can click to locate where they are. I can go straight to their website. So for this particular client, we're looking at all the information stored for them. One, you've got their client details. There's all the information that has already been added for them there. This can be edited or updated at any stage. Client contacts. You may be dealing with a number of different people within the organization. So you can add in the director, the school principal, different teachers, etc. in a school context. You've got the activities. So there's sample information. You had an initial call with the principal. You visited the school. You called them. You had a Zoom webinar with them. and you've got an outstanding activity here, a follow-up call. You've got the details of the sales you've had with this client. You can store documents for them there. Copy of the contract, you can view, download, add more documents. You can record payments received from the client there. So there may be donations, sponsorship, book purchases, etc. there. Looking first of all at the client details. Here's all the information that we have in relation to this client. So we can go in and filter your clients for reporting, for targeting, for sending out mail shots, etc. We're going into reporting, client reporting. Here I can filter the clients. For example, I want to pick out all the associations. I want to pick out all the schools. So for example, I select the schools. Then if I want to send an email shot, I click send email. Here's all my clients. Typically, they will all have their emails in and give permission to send email. I can click send email. It's going to come from you. You can have different templates added in. Here's an introduction one. So it's personalized. Dear first name, I'd like to tell you about Avery and Massa, and you can customize your templates and have any number of templates in there. Activities sent through MindaClient will be stored in their activity history. You can also give them the option of unsubscribing from the list if you want to from a data protection point of view. You could pick out all the schools in a particular area. For example, select schools, select country, and then you can narrow down to different regions. These regions and countries can all be updated by you as an administrator. So for example, if I was selecting Spain, I would just be dealing with the regions I've already added for Spain. We've got a grouping there, so you could select all the associated zoos that are linked to this particular zoo association, all the clients linked to the Red Panda Network, for example, and again, target them that way. You can generate analysis of your clients. So for example, I want to get a breakdown by sector. So that gives me a list of the different sectors I'm dealing with. And there's your graphs that you can analyze, report on, etc. You can send text through the system. You can generate reports. So here's all your clients. You can print labels. On a day-to-day basis, you'll be adding in your interaction with your clients and building up the history that you have, whether it's with a new partnership, an individual school, a family, an association. So you search for the client. From your search results, you just click add an activity. That goes into the client's record. You select the activity type. Here's a sample that we've added. These can be added to by yourself. So a school visit, callback, customer care call, sale follow-up, anything like that. So you're scheduling a school visit here. It's yourself doing it. Who in the school are you meeting? When is it scheduled for? You can put it in for some future date. You can leave it as outstanding. If it's something that had to be done in the future, that'll appear on your dashboard. You could have a reminder sent by email. So this is being set up by Michael Deeney. So on the day before the meeting, an email will be sent to you about this meeting as a reminder. Next, we're going to look at how to manage the sales in MindaClient for your products. 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to look at how to manage the sales of your books through MindaClient. So we click on the Sales tab. I want to plan a new sale. So what stage is it at? It's a proposal sent. What's the product category? So book series, curriculum, fundraising we put in there. So book series, saying one of the individual books or the full series. Is it part of a particular campaign? What are the numbers that you're selling or either donating or selling to this organization or hoping to? So we'd say 500 books. When would you expect to close this deal? What's the expected value? Any notes relating to the sale? And then you click to plan the sale. So you can see you already have a number of sales in here. You have one that was sold, with no charge. There was a small amount of books donated initially, then they bought these, and then you have 2 further proposals out with them there. To look at your pipeline, we're going into reporting and pipeline reporting. So this defaults to the person who's logged in, yourself, over the next year. What's your pipeline? So you can narrow it down and say, I only want to look at my proposals, my commitments, or whatever there. If I leave it blank, I generate a full pipeline report. So here's the different ones for the different schools, the ones we've just added in. So you get a breakdown by your proposals, your commitments, etc. You can also include completed sales and lost business as well. So now we look at the same report. We'll see the proposals, commitments, sold. There is no lost sales there. So there's your report for the next year and your pipeline. You can look at this information in graphical format as well. All reports you're looking at can be generated on screen and printed off, or they can be downloaded to Excel, and some can be output to as a PDF as well. There is the facility, if you are taking on people for sales, to manage them using their sales target reporting. So here we'll look for the first 3 months of the year from January to the end of March, and we're going to see how Mike Deeney is doing. So we will look at the targeted report by month. So he's had a bad January and February. He closed a couple of sales in March, but year to date he's only 24%. So we'll put it down as it could do better. The other area that we put into the system is your projects. So if we look up a client called Mike Deeney, and we look at the projects here, we have 2 in here, a partnership project and a fundraising project. So if we look at the fundraising project, so we're going to add a new project. It's an investment project, a fundraising, a partnership project. So we'll go for another partnership project. I want to record my time on it there. Any notes, and I want to add this project. Once you've got your projects in, projects could be organizing of a concert, partnership, Earth Day, for example, would be another one. Once they're in there, if I go back to my dashboard, the top part of it displays the projects, the current projects I'm on there. So the give a more detailed description there. We're going to see the other ones there. So at one level, if you're dealing with clients, you're adding the client activities. But if you want to add quick notes in relation to projects from your dashboard, you can just click here. So it goes in today's date and time. You've spent an hour and a half, and add that in. Done. So you're now updating your activities in relation to the project. If I want to click into this particular project, I can see the details, my work to date, amount of time I've spent on it, this partnership with the Red Panda Network. I can upload documents relating to it. For example, just the launch one, I can look at a document I've uploaded earlier. I can print off a report of this. I want to include everything that I have in relation to it there, and I can download it as a PDF. And once I've done that, I can then print off the details. The type of report I can generate shows here we've got the details, all the time spent on it, etc. So a good way of recording all the time and effort you put into a particular project. Also in client reporting, you can go into report on your activities. So I want to look at all my school visits that I have scheduled for the next 3 months, next week, anything there. So I can generate a course report. So I can generate a client report, or I can generate a report on the activities. So there's all the activities and the total time spent there. Quick look at the administration. You have a full audit trail running. You can manage staff and set up what different rights and permissions they have within the system. Within the help section, there are around 80 short 1 or 2 minute video clips showing how to do things, everything from logging into the system, to work with clients, sales, jobs, or the GDPR is the European General Data Protection Regulation, so that's all about data protection, etc. there. The quick search up here lets you search all clients by organization, name, email address, etc. This is your dashboard, which you can customize. And the system is also available on mobile. So it's not an app, it's mobile web. You can use the same username and password. It can log into the cut down version of MindaClient. So that's a quick overview. Have a look through it, add in some records, play around with it, come back with any questions, and look forward to talking to you soon, Mike. Take care.